it is that time of day. It is time to get fit. It is time to have lots of fun. So glad you're tuning in. We're going to have fun. We're going to build up a little muscle tone. We're going to talk about how to stretch out and work on balance because we are sore. I'm with the biggest winner, our biggest weight loss guy, BJ. Great job, buddy.
Thank you, Missy.
Tell everybody what your name is, what you do. Let's do a little trunk twist at the same time.
My name is BJ Telfer, and I'm on your marathon team, and I've lost 75 pounds since November, since joining the team, and 135 pounds since July of last year.
Wow. Let's do a few arm circles here. Warm it up. BJ's been on the show before, but biggest winner team. Every year we have a group that trains for the Coming Health Knoxville Marathon, half, 5K, relay. But it's more about weight loss. It's also about changing your health. And let's march it out a little bit, kind of warm up. But you and Brian, we've got to mention Brian Pascal,
yes,
our biggest winner. I mean, you met Brian. Did he motivate you, seeing what he started off from the gun pretty fast, too, doing incredible things?
What I think's crazy is the two of us, we both, were winners in the competition. And we trained for the first three and a half months. We trained together.
Right.
So I think that, helped both of us with that. So,
spurred each other on a little bit, So. We're going to do a few lunges. We're going to warm up slowly. We're both a little sore because we just got through doing a relay, half marathon. A little sore.
Yes, very sore.
A little sore. All right, we're going to do nice and easy lunges back and forth. So I want you to do, guys out there, is just take a step forward, push back nice and easy, another foot. Because accomplishing what you guys did and you losing 130 pounds in really less than a year, if you had to tell people out there, what are a couple of keys?
Well, the first thing I tell everybody that asks that same question is you can't outrun a bad diet. I believe it's 70% what you eat and 30% what you do.
Okay.
You can run miles and miles, burn off thousands of calories, but if you're putting in more calories than you're burning off, then you're still not going to get anywhere.
Let's do 4 more of these. And I think what's interesting, let's do 2 more after this one, is everybody's a little different too. I always say for someone like me, mine is 70%. Let's hold it right here and do a stretch at the same time. For some people, for me, it's about 70% exercise and 30% of what I eat, because I've always been kind of moderate with my eating. But I think BJ has a good point, because I've read some articles that if you're over 50 pounds overweight, which you were at the time, let's other leg, and your metabolism, a lot of times what happens with people that are really overweight is your metabolism is so low. Mm-hmm. And so you got to really jumpstart that by exercise, but also changing what you eat.
Yeah, you got to, that was the main thing for me, is before I started my weight loss journey, I would eat 10,000, 11,000 calories in a day. And there's no possible way I could work out enough in a day to do anything about that. Right.
That's just too much. Yeah. Too much quantity.
Yeah.
Calories and quantity. So for VJ, it was quantity of food. How about what you ate?
Yeah. I always eat pretty healthy. I'm not into sweets or anything like that. But my big thing was just cutting out the sodas. Right. And just drinking water. A lot of people don't realize how many calories that they're taking in by just drinking stuff other than water. Mm-hmm. And if I'm going to take in, I'm on a 3,000 calorie diet right now a day, and if I can only have 3,000 calories, I'd like to eat the 3,000 calories. I don't want to drink half of them and then only be able to eat 1,500. And
that's a great point. I know a statistic I saw that, let's say someone drank a big liter of cola or Mountain Dew or whatever, not diet, a big old one every day. If they change that habit to low calorie and water, they could lose 10 pounds in about 3 months just with that one change alone.
Yeah. Before I started, one thing I saw was that if you cut out 2 sodas a day, you can drop 16 pounds in a year just by doing that. No exercise, nothing else, just cutting out 2 soft drinks a day. You can lose 16 pounds in a year.
Let's do some heel taps back and forth on our step or on your living room, just kind of warming up, and then we're going to do some weight training. But again, sometimes when you do an event like VJ did, finishing in 2 hours and 15 minutes, which is a great pace. What was some of your fast miles in the race?
Well, the first few miles I ran under 9-minute miles.
Wow.
And I should have paced myself a little better. I think I could have had a better overall time.
She got excited. Let's hold this and stretch our lower.
But, it was my first race. Learning, there's a lot going into running a marathon, not just the endurance, but learning to manage the course, manage all the other people running. And I don't think I did that very well.
But 10-minute pace. About a year from now, could you do a 10-minute mile even?
No, I was running. I was walking 20-minute miles in July of last year, and to run 13 of them in 10 minutes miles pace, was
big difference.
Yeah, huge difference.
Let's get some water, then we're going to get some weights, and we're going to talk a little bit more about BJ's story, and we're going to do some weight training that anybody can do. Weight training, you need to throw in maybe 20% of your exercise, or should be weight training, for most people, all the time. We're going to do a little bit of stuff. We're going to move around at the same time. I'm going to do hammer curls, BJ, at the same time as doing easy lunges. So I'm going to go hammer curl, push it back. Hammer curl, push it back. Sierra, we want to thank Sierra from Fort Sanders Regional for helping our team. And she was kind of no nonsense, kind of explained some stuff to eat. And I think she helped. I know Brian has done some talks with Sierra, but it helps to talk to somebody that's in the field of nutrition.
It is one thing that helped me with talking to Sierra and Eddie from the health shop was that I wasn't eating enough. When I joined the team back in November, I was eating 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day.
Right.
And both of them, up my calorie intake by 1,200 to 1,000 a day, which to me, it helped me.
But you're a big guy. You're only 6'5" or so. You're tall, pretty tall. 2 more. And Eddie's Health Shop, Runner's Market, Not So New Balance, and Fort Sanders Health and Fitness gave everybody some gift cards, and especially our 2 guys at once. So we need to thank them, right?
Yes, I was going to mention that. The support we have from the community and our sponsors was just amazing. It's helped us so well. It's made it so much easier to train, and just the knowledge that they have that they were willing to share with us is
Chris O'Hearn.
Yeah.
He's at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. He's a life coach. So not only a fitness trainer that helps you with muscular exercise and balance, but somebody that kind of gets in your head almost, right?
Yeah. I didn't realize how much mental was going to go into running a half marathon.
Exactly.
But just, when you grow up your whole life like I did, being big guy, and everybody said nobody believes that you can do it.
Right.
You start to think that.
Right.
And you got to get out of that mindset.
We're going to have our weights kind of cocked like this. So let me show you guys and BJ what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a step back on my right and right arm back. So we're doing a little bit of tricep work and taking a lunge back and forward. So it's extend and kind of hold it in the back a little bit. Good. Yeah, Chris O'Hearn, I think it's really good if you're in the weight loss mode and really changing what you've been doing for your life. You got to do some think process with it too, right?
Absolutely.
I know he's helped quite a few people. And that's one thing. I think I'm a good coach as far as I kind of love to create workouts. And I've got booklets, and if you all want one, you can call in. I'll be glad to get the call center to mail you one, or we could email you some things. But I'm good at that. But, you need somebody that specializes in mental training and also diet. So I think we had the whole gamut. Tanya Stout-Brown did a good job being our manager. She's fun.
Yeah. Always finding stuff for us to do.
And Joe Mitchell helps us out for free. He's with the Biggest Loser from a couple seasons ago, but I think you guys help him, he said.
Well, Joe just, he lived it, and he when he was on the ranch during the Biggest Loser, he was living this 24 hours a day, and just different stuff that he taught us and showed us during the last few months was just helped so much.
And we're going to set these down, a little water break. And Joe Mitchell is like me. Joe Mitchell has a little bit of a bad knee, so he was really good about encouraging us to do interval training, not just running. We did a lot of spinning. Luckily, BJ has good knees right now, but some of us really saw that we could do a spin workout, and we burned as many calories as a 5-mile run.
Yeah, I don't spin. It's just not my thing.
He's young. You're young. Get those weights back again, which is a good thing. But for my tip is do a little bit of cross training even early on so that you save your knees for later.
I use the bike during training for the marathon. I use the bike to help pick up speed.
Yeah, could spin
because
faster.
I could spin a whole lot faster than I can run, and so I would, some days I'll do half my workout on the bike, half my workout on treadmill or on the track.
That's good.
And so it helped me pick up speed throughout the last few months.
This is going to be our exercise, our flies. Now, at the same time, I'm going to step to one side and then back together. Now, other side. Good job, everybody. Working our deltoids a little bit. Now, BJ was big into weight. Your background, what, rugby, football?
Football and rugby. And I've always been into weightlifting, but not the cardio. So that was the big thing, was to realize that even though I'm not be able to play football or play rugby anymore, but I can still run.
And you like it now.
Yeah, I love running.
And 2 years ago, you couldn't say that. 2 more of these.
No, I couldn't have said that a year ago.
Last one.
Starting tomorrow, I start training for my next half marathon. So
yay!
Yes.
Well, and that's the key too. We want people to have goals, and the Covenant Health Knoxville Marathon for this group was kind of one of their first big athletic goals. But you got to kind of have that carrot out there every 3 or 4 months.
What I did was even a couple months ago, before this marathon that we just got done doing, I sat down and I planned all the races that I'm going to race for the next year, so that I always knew what I was training for.
That's a good point.
And so next month I'm running a 15K in North Carolina. And then
taking your wife with you. She's going to get to go with you?
Wife.
Okay.
Yes, she's going with us.
She deserves it. 3 boys.
She's never been to the Biltmore, so I'm going to take her there. With her, so.
3 boys, cute little boys, and a pretty wife, and y'all are young, and you're active.
Yes.
With baseball. We're going to go back to those lunges. Instead of doing hammer curls this time, we're going to kind of twist those and go to the old-fashioned bicep curl. So it looks like this, guys. I'm going to take a step forward, curl it up, put it back, other side. And she's getting motivated. You said she's going to do a 5K, right?
Yeah, she thinks in June probably be her first 5K.
And your boys, tell them the boys' name. I know Aiden I met, and he did the kids run really fast, but you got 3 boys.
I have 3 boys. Carson, he's 4, and Steven, he's 2. To brag a little bit about my 6-year-old, he ran the Covenant Kids Run Saturday, and it was his first under 9-minute mile.
Wow.
And we were about a quarter of a mile into it, and his shoe came untied. So it took us a few seconds to get that fixed, and he still did it under 9 minutes.
I know. He was so excited. That was Covenant Kids Run is something where Brian on our biggest winter team got his Gresham kids, middle school, to sign up, and then you log your exercise. Let's say it's 20 minutes for a mile for exercise, and you log your biking, whatever, and you log that for 25 miles, and the last mile, symbolically is going into Neyland Stadium. How did wasn't that fun seeing the kids going to Neyland?
Yeah, my boys, being on the team, we got a little bit spoiled, but my kids got to run around on the field after the marathon Sunday, and to see their eyes getting to run around on that field was really nice.
Yeah, that was fun. It is unique, and kudos out too for UT letting us do that every year in the field, and our new coach let the football players who were out there.
Yeah, I got my medal from my half marathon medal from one of the football players, which was really nice. That
was really neat having those guys out there. Very cool.
Yeah, speaking about UT, the Wednesday before the marathon, we got to go to the press conference on the field, and after that, we ran some sprints on the field.
Oh, fun!
Which was a dream come true for mine. Since I was 5, I wanted to play at UT.
And you played at Maryville, which is a big time place to play.
And so to get to
that was fun.
Run some sprints on the field was really nice.
We're going to do some kickback. So it looks like this, guys. I've got my weight in the opposite arm of my knee here that's bent, and then I'm going to hike it back like I'm starting a lawnmower, then extend, and then bend, and then down here. So it's kind of lifting up, extending, bend, and down. Yeah, it's like here, back, here, and down. Good job, everybody. We did a relay. You could do a relay at some of these big events. So Tanya Stout-Brown, Joe Mitchell, Scott Boland from a couple years ago team, myself and Heidi, we all did a relay together and kind of separated the legs. Heidi had gotten hurt, But I'm like, she trained too hard not to go across that finish line.
Absolutely.
And
that was one thing. I did the math yesterday. You already know this, but I did the math yesterday. And between the 13 of us on the team, we did 170.3 miles on Sunday.
So we got to Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, everybody. It's bend it up, extend it, bend it, and down. Good job. Working a little bit of the tricep. Also a little bit up in the deltoid, traps. Good job, everybody. I'm sweating. Good job. If you're just tuning in, we got BJ on from our Biggest Winner team. He was our biggest weight loss winner. Along with our biggest winner health guy was Brian Pascal. Did an amazing job. Brian really caught people's attention because of his health concerns, being diabetic and getting off of medication. I kidded Brian. I said, Brian, if we could bottle you, we could make a ton of money because some of his health numbers going in were not good. Triglycerides and all that. And he lowered those in half, and cholesterol. So you can do it with exercise and eating. I think Brian was a single guy, all fast food until our program. One more. And Brian signed up too, like BJ. You guys set goals. Brian's going to do, he's doing the Flying Pig.
In Cincinnati, Ohio, next month. I think it's the 6th of May.
You can go to CovenantHealth.com and find the Biggest Winner page still on there, including Missy Kane page with Fit and Fun. And we have some of their blogs. You can get a link to their blogs and see some of their past blogs and keep up with them. So
one thing, if I have time, if you're interested in running any race, not just a marathon or half marathon, but the Knoxville Track Club, their website, they got a list of most of the runs in East Tennessee. They're coming up. So that's what I did. I just went to their website and started looking at the races, the months, dates I wanted to run, found a race, and signed up for them that way. So ktc.org.
It's KTC, and it's a link on our Covenant Health. When you go to CovenantHealth.com, there's a Missy page. There's links to other ones. We're going to come down and do a little bit with planks. I'm going to do really easy planks to show y'all 3 different versions of planks, all right? First version, BJ, all we're going to do is like this, like a push-up. We're going to hold it for about 20 seconds. Good job, everybody. And even this, you can do it on the side of your kitchen countertop. Only got about 10 more seconds. Good job. A few more seconds. Hold that. And relax. In between, I want you to see if you can bring, instead of doing a stretch, let's do bird dog. I like bird dog. Opposite arm and leg. This, good job. And then the other side, just kind of back and forth a few. Good for that balance, a little tough. One more set. Good for the low back. All right, now we did the up high version. We're going to go down a little lower on almost like a prayer version. We got Preacher BJ, youth pastor at Canvas.
Canvas in Lenore City.
In Lenore City. And you're working, trying to help people get in shape.
Yeah, we're going to start 2 teams, an adult team, run some 5Ks, and then we're going to start a kids fun walk/run team. And get some of the kids active.
Cool. Well, it's childhood obesity, not just adults, but childhood obesity.
And that's where it starts. That's what started for me. Was as a kid, I was always big, and I wish I would have done something about it then, and it would have made it a whole lot easier. But
people
it's never too late to.
No.
And it's never too late. I didn't realize how big I'd gotten until I got on the scale, and it said 394. Yeah, it crept up. Life goes on, and you don't even think about it. And then something happens, and you think about it. But if you think about it now instead of waiting, a year, 2 years, it's so much easier to fix now.
All right, 541 4500. This is a tough version. Right knee to the side, left knee to the side. We're just going to do a couple of these. 2 more. Right knee to the side, left knee to the side, and hold it. That's tough, isn't it?
Yes.
That's tough. So that's kind of a harder version if y'all ever want to try that. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good job. In between, guys, this is really good for that low back. So if you're in all fours like this, you bow that back like you're a mad cat. And then you flatten it. And it seems like a simple little thing to do, but it really works on that low back. And BJ, speaking of backs, you broke your neck at UT. I mean, talk about devastating. That was really kind of a downfall, not only getting over that, but gaining weight, right?
Yeah, I had an injury to the C3 vertebrae in my neck, and it just from then on I started gaining weight, putting it on slowly, because I just quit really thinking about fitness or anything.
Easy to do.
Yes.
Easy to do. And like you said, you already been a big guy. So when you're on the football team, big guys, it's good. You know, we're going to stack our feet. And then, guys, what you do is you come up on that elbow. And for beginners, you can start putting your hand right there next to on your step. If you're a little bit more advanced, you can put your arm up. But we're just 10 more seconds. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. This is a stretch that BJ and I both need, and you guys do too. Grab the back of your pant leg if you can, and just pull that, or your heel, and just pull that. You feel that, BJ?
Yes.
Ooh, I bet those quads are sore, aren't they?
Very.
Quads is your thigh. It's a muscle we need to stretch. It's just hard to do, and a lot of people forget to stretch their quads. So.
And it's such a big muscle, you
It
know.
is.
And especially the Knoxville Marathon course is not the easiest.
No.
The hills, you start to really feel it in your quads. About mile 7.
Back in the middle for another one of these. Now, remember, this is our basic move, or you can do 4 of these. Knee up 4 times. I'm just going to do it 2 more times. Whew. And hold it. Good job, everybody. A few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Now, other side. We're going to do that other hip. So on your right hip for a BJ, and stack those feet, and then lift up your hip. That's it. You got it. Good job, everybody. We're going to only hold this 15 more seconds. Woo, my elbow's hurting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Hip down and back leg, top leg. Good job, everybody. Now, BJ is into it now. So now you don't think about, I've got to go exercise.
No, I can't believe that I took 2 days off.
That's good. You got to rest a little bit. Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center, thank them for helping you guys, because it's a beautiful place to work out.
Yeah, and also like to thank Fort Sanders. They're doing free post-race injury testing for all the marathon. Anybody that participated in any of the events this weekend.
Yeah, they're doing
so that's a lifesaver to some people. You know, I didn't get injured, but I saw quite a few people coming across the line that looked like they were in pain. So to get that for free and get evaluated is really nice for them. I
do think we had Phil Bevins, a great physical therapist, and I know I have physical therapists that go with me on my hikes. Carrie Roller with TOC, and having a good physical therapist that really can look at you and say, you know what, you're going to be okay. That's just a little bit of a strain. I mean, they kind of know. Besides your doctors, physical therapists will help you get through it.
Yeah, and they Phil did great. Anybody that's wanting to get into running, the run assessment that Phil does, where he can look at the way you're running and change a few things, tell you a few things that might take some pains out of your knee, out of your back, and make the running a whole lot easier, which was really nice.
We're going to do a lunge stretch now. The one thing I want to do with this lunge stretch, we're going to exaggerate, is the back foot. We want it flat on the floor, and we're going to stretch that calf muscle out. At the same time, you can pull your arms back. But we're going to stretch that calf muscle out. Barely bend that back leg, and you'll feel it kind of deep in that soleus. I bet you can feel those calves, can't you?
Yeah.
DJ pushed those hills, and you can feel it.
Yeah, the hills at Knoxville were not fun.
No. Pretty. It's a pretty course. It's
a beautiful course, and
other side.
You got to see a lot of Knoxville, but I was trying to do it in a certain amount of time, so I wasn't really paying attention to much.
But 2:15, and Brian Pascal was right around 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, maybe 2:01. But see, that gives y'all another goal. I mean,
my next goal is I'm going to Indianapolis to run the Monumental Marathon in November, and I want to break 2 hours.
Right.
So it's a little bit flatter course. I have about 6 months to train for it, so I think I can cut 15 minutes off of it.
We'll have Brian back on again, too. Brian is running a full marathon, the Flying Pig. Kudos out to all you marathoners, too. 26.2 miles. I know Tony Spazia's son, Tony, did it in 4 something. And Scott Daugherty, our team, under 6 hours. He did great.
Yeah, that was amazing. I would never even have tried to challenge that right now. But
one day.
One day.
All right, guys, we'll be back here on Fit and Fun Monday through Friday right here on East Tennessee PBS. So glad you're tuning in. We're going to check back in with BJ every couple months, you and Brian, see how you guys are doing. All right.
Definitely.
See you guys next time. Remember, life is much more fun when you're fit. Keep working out.